Hey YouTube, this is Kyle Creates, a brand new YouTube channel. I've actually never made any content before, but I figure now is a better time than ever to dive in. I've got an incredible haul to go over, a big Pokemon haul. So, a little bit about myself. What I do is go to thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales, look for stuff to sell. You know, the typical reselling hustle. But over the years, I've learned a lot, and it's because of YouTube. You know, I've learned so much through YouTube and watching other people, learning from their mistakes. Of course, I've made plenty of my own mistakes as well, but yeah, it's a great tool, and hopefully now I've elevated to the point where I can help share and contribute to that, and that's the goal. But the exciting thing is this Pokemon haul. It's one of the best scores that I found, and I know there's a lot of people that will be interested in what you can find if you just keep looking, keep hustling, keep trying. So without further ado, Kyle Johnston, this is Kyle Creates, and yeah, let's get into the Pokemon haul. So what had happened was my girlfriend and I, we go out religiously every weekend. I write a spreadsheet and use Google AI to find the best path to go to all of the yard sales and all of the estate sales and which is the most efficient path. And of course, as most of you know who are in this niche of work, it doesn't always work that way. It's just luck of the draw. You could be the first one there and not find anything, or you could be at the very end of the day and find an incredible item. But this is one of those times where I found something and I really got to dive deep into it and learn a lot about something, because I didn't know anything about Pokemon, except that some of them are expensive and some of them are not. In fact, this is the only card that I've ever actually had, and it turns out that this Umbreon is not worth a whole lot of money. So I've just been holding on to it. And please forgive me if I mispronounce any of the Pokemon names. I don't mean it. Again, I'm a newbie to the Pokemon stuff. So I'm at this yard sale, right? And we're going through stuff, and there's this binder sitting there. I don't know even where the binder is, but it's all beat up. And I got this like melted looking binder and this super cool backpack. And just like all the other estate sales and yard sales that I go to, I look at it and it seems to be like common cards, even though again, I'm not a professional at this. I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for, but they're just, you know, the newer cards. So I saw this binder and it's like literally melted and all jacked up. And I started going through it, and it looked to be good. So I asked the guy what he wanted for the lot, and he had said 50 bucks or 40 bucks, something like that. So I gave him $40 for the lot. And then I came home and I laid out all of the cards. You could see in the eBay listing, because I'm not very good at video editing yet. So as we progress with the channel, I'll get better at this stuff, I promise. And you'll be able to see sold comps, and I'll be able to show you the pages. But first video, so cut me a little bit of slack. But yeah, I just laid out all the cards on my bed. And I did a 3-day bid, and sure enough, it got up to 1,320 bucks. So very good return on investment. But I was having kind of seller's remorse when I sold it, because I was starting to think, what if there's, you know, a holy grail card in there or something? So I started taking this photo. I don't know if you can see with the terrible print quality, but it's all of the cards laid out on my bed. Super professional, right? And I asked Google AI what the most valuable cards in there were, and it kept telling me that there was a Charizard in there that was like a first edition and it was worth a ton of money. So I kept going through all of these cards, like 800 cards, searching for this Charizard. So and it's nowhere to be found. So AI was like tricking me. It was playing a game on me. They're definitely sitting there laughing at me as I'm flipping through all these cards, searching for this Charizard, thinking I won the lottery. Sure enough, it didn't exist. But I do have almost every card in this collection. So, new channel, please, please, please like and subscribe. All I'm gonna do is reselling tips, my finds, how much we bought it for, how much we sold it for, where we go, when we go, the questions to ask, and you know, the things that make this the job that I absolutely love. I was actually hit by a moving truck. I do solar panel work, but I was hit by a moving truck and it shattered my elbow. So no more solar work on the roofs for a long time. So reselling is my #1 job, and I want to share it with everyone else who's, been a part of the same platforms that have taught me everything that I know and allowed me to make this a profitable business. So without further ado, we're going to start off with going through the Pokemon cards that I found. And please, 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 I hope that somebody in the comments doesn't say, that card right there is worth $1,000, because I'm a good seller. I'm not going to cancel the order. It's getting shipped out today. I actually ordered these fancy boxes here off of Amazon. And they've got the spacers, and this comes off, and they're made for trading cards and Pokemon cards. There's an affiliate link in the bio, so or in the description of the video. So click that if you like these. They come in a 2-pack. They've even got little labels, and you can stash your cards in there. Keep them safe, keep them organized, keep them from getting bent, all that good stuff. But here we go. Again, I started off with this card that I found at a sale months ago. And I was like, oh, that's a nice looking card. It looks old. I wonder if it's worth some money. Turns out it's not worth a lot of money. But some of these are. And again, forgive me, please, if I pronounce any of the names wrong. I'm not good at this Pokemon stuff, but I am good at finding deals and trying to flip stuff. So we've got Diglett, Sandshoe, Geodude, Mackup, Sandshrew, Tangela. We got like 10 of the Tangelas. Don't hate me. I don't know what I'm doing. Execute, Kakuna, Bellsprout, another Bellsprout, Golbat, bunch of those, Zubat, Nadarina, Caterpie. I think instead of pronouncing, I'm just going to show you guys what we got here. So we got, boom. And reach out in the comments and tell me if any of these are Grail cards. But this is going to take a while because we've got like hundreds of cards. So, of course, when you buy a lot of Pokemon cards, a bunch are the energy cards. You guys know. These in all the different colors and all that good stuff. So I've got, I think, like 270 of those. So out of the almost 800 cards, 270 more or less, give or take a few, are these cards. So, take that out of the count. But back to it. There's Charmander. I've got several of these, so pretty cool. Charmander. And I got 4 of these Icons. Or no, 6 of them. Cubones. 2 of those. Kabuto, Paris, Primeape. And again, these were, I think it was $40 for the whole lot with the binder. Just an excellent find. Plus, it got me into it. It got me figuring out what they're worth, looking them up. Condition, right, is everything. But, I love this stuff. I love this line of work. I love this hustle because you just never know what you're going to find. And, the more interesting the find, the more interested you are in it, the deeper you dive into it, right? So resellers will know that you buy stuff, and sometimes you learn the hard way that, you buy something and you think it's worth a lot of money, and it's not at all. It happens all the time. It started off like with gold and silver. I bought so much stuff, and watches. I thought that I had stuff that was worth a lot of money. It wasn't, but learning lesson. So this is a new find, learning more about it, and here's a little bit more of the reveal. So Pikachu, Darkadabra, and I'll just flip through these so you guys can see what we're working with. And again, let me know in the comments if there's anything that like, oh, I would have never sold those for that price. I should have got it graded, should have got it, checked out. But I don't know what I'm doing with these things. So, oh, this one it's a holographic. It's pretty cool. Oh, and then we're in the energies and the trainers. So that's it for this stack. And then there's these. Like, are these a different edition? Were these part of it? Are these special? I don't know. So there's some trainers, some Abras. Got a bunch of those, like a bunch. Ghastly, Abra. And then there's more of these ones. I don't know if they're first edition. Let me know in the comments. And again, if there's something that like I missed that's worth a bunch of money or something that I should have held on to, let me know. Even though I'm not going to cancel the eBay sale. I can't do that. It's not how I roll. But there's Drowsy. There's like 30 of those. Energies, Jinx, Haunter, Drowsy, more of those. Trainers, Haunter. These are like a bunch of the same cards. Energies. I thought I had picked all those out of there. Look at that one. That's a pretty cool looking card. Two of those. Even though this one looks to be a lot more bright in color. I bet it would grade well. And then more of these. And some energies. And I think we're kind of getting to it. We got the Bulbasaur, right? Grimer, Metapod, Charmander. Yeah, it was so rough seeing that that AI had thought that I had the Charizard in there, but it lied to me. AI lied to me, and I thought that I had was just gonna retire, but I searched for hours with no luck to find that Charizard. I even looked behind the bed as though maybe I had dropped it. But nope. There's a bunch of these. Farfetch'd, Doduo. And I guess in card reveal videos there's probably a better way to do this, but I'm new to this. This is my first video. Again, please like and subscribe. Tons of content on reselling, flipping. There are different niches that I would consider myself very well experienced in and have some information to offer, but it's all about the thrill of the hunt, and this was super fun for me. Even the emotional roller coaster of thinking I had the Charizard and then searching through it. That's a cool looking card right there. Shelter Seeking, Caterpie. Here's another hollow. Look at that angry looking dude. Prox Vulpix. That's a super sparkly trainer. But I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about what I found. You guys saw the sale price on the YouTube. Or, yeah, on the YouTube. On the eBay listing. I think it's a fair price considering what I found it for. That's the reseller's dilemma, right? You think you got it cheap so you can sell it cheap. I'm all about making the flip and giving people good deals. So, I'm happy with the sale. And yeah, this is getting shipped out today. So before anybody has to tell me a chance, or anybody gets a chance to tell me that I have an awesome card and it was worth a bunch of money, I'm getting them shipped out, because never back out on a sale. Bad juju. God, Ghastly, this dude, trainer, and these, I don't know what edition these are. I don't know much about them. I tried to organize them by what they were, but it's Charmander. It's a lot of cards. It's a lot of cards to go through. I figured the less I touched them too, the better better I had a chance of not destroying anything. So let me know in the comments what you see and what's worth it, and if you think I made a good deal, if you think that the eBay buyer got a good deal, and yeah. Wordle. I hope you guys can see these cards in the video. And we got Dark Charizard. Yeah. It's a pretty cool looking card. Yeah, Squirtle. And this is what it's about. So it'll be really exciting for me to join this YouTube community and, share experiences and show finds, and it's what we love to do. This accident where I got hit by the moving truck, it's a ridiculous story, but no more working on roofs for a long time doing the solar panel stuff. So full time, all in on the reselling, and I think I've got a lot to share. A lot to go over with you guys, and it'll be a journey. I'll learn more about the video editing, so I don't have to sit here thumbing through all these cards. We could maybe make it more interesting, but this was just in a box. That bag was sitting there. We were about to leave, and I asked them if they had any video game stuff, which I also don't know a lot about, but I do well reselling it. I have an idea of what to look for. And they said, no, but we got Pokemon cards. So here we are. And he was saying, pick out some. We'll do like a deal on them. And I was like, well, what about just all of them? I just buy all of them. And I was expecting maybe like a couple $100. And yeah, when he told me the price, I was all in. So here we go on these guys. Diglett. I'm figuring that the people who really love this stuff will probably be angry that they can't get a better view of the cards, but I'm so sorry. I'll figure out a better way to do card reveals next time. But again, reach out in the comments. Let me know what you see that I didn't see, because I couldn't go through with Google Lens and price each card. It's too much. Pikachu, Dark Gloom. My puppy's in here watching me, wondering what I'm doing. Blaine's Growlithe, Sabrina's Ghastly. I think there's just one more pile to go after this one. And that's it. It's literally like 700-800 cards. So even if they were worth $1 a card, which I know that a lot of them aren't worth $1, but on that average, it was a really good deal. There's another Charmander. Ooh, not too. Yeah. And we're getting down to it. This is it. This is the last pile. What would you guys do? What would have you done if you found this collection? Would have you tried to piece them out one by one? I would imagine if you know more about these cards, you would know which ones to sell. Which ones to sell is a lot, but I put them up for auction and let the eBay gods put my fate in their hands, and I think it worked out. So let me know in the comments if I got a good deal, if I should have sold it for more, if there's any card in here that I should have gotten graded. There's a Charmeleon. Erica's Execute. Oh, there's a cool holo. And that's what it's about, when you guys, you're watching this, maybe because of the Pokemon or because you do the thrifting and estate sale stuff, it's all about, learning and growing, making those mistakes, and then, figuring out what to do, figuring out what to do better next time, what mistakes not to make, and, what times to pull the trigger, what time to maybe pay up a little bit more than you typically would, because it's going to be a quick flip, or it's all part of the journey to get better at this stuff. And the cool thing about what we do is it never gets boring. You're always learning. So take this opportunity to thank everybody else on YouTube who's helped me grow as a buyer and as a seller, to help me learn, the ins and outs of the trade, because I would still be years behind in my evolution as a reseller without you guys. So thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. This is Kyle Creates, and this is my Pokemon haul. Let me know in the comments if I did well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.